And we're back for another episode of Buzz on Real Estate. I am your host, Broker Bryce, owner of Coldwell Banker Anabasis Realty, and I am here with a very special guest. Her name is June Davis. She has been actually at Coldwell Banker Anabasis with me for a while now, and I'm so happy to have you on
Thank
the
you
show.
for having
Thanks
me.
for coming.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is still your second year in real estate or first?
I'm actually 7 months in business.
7 months in business in real
Yes.
estate. So I think this is going to be a really cool episode because we're going to be able to talk specifically to new agents or maybe people that aren't in real estate yet that are looking to get into the business. They've thought about getting their license. So tell me, what did you do before real estate?
I was in the medical field for most of my life and the personal training arena for a good portion as well. So I am very personable and good with people, bedside manner, which has really helped and carried over into real estate. Relating and being personable to people is really all you need to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I always tell people mirroring is one of the most important sales skills that you can have because everybody comes from a wide variety of backgrounds and opinions.
Yeah, it's basically psychology.
Yeah,
Like just being able to understand, relate, and being empathetic and listening. Like, yes.
Mm-hmm. So at what point did you start thinking about like, hey, I may want to transition to real estate? Because medical and real estate, those are very polarizing fields.
They are, and I've wanted to do it for so long, and I've always thought about it, but I never actually pursued it. And I always felt like I had like a calling to it. As far as the financial freedom, that was my main goal. And I thought, oh, let me get into real estate. I'm going to be rolling in the dough. And it definitely didn't work out that way in the beginning. It's picking up as I'm hoping it gets a lot better. But it was basically the TV shows, the self-education I gave myself of
the Selling Sunset episodes and
yes,
things like that.
yes,
They got you into
it
it.
did. It really did. So I pursued it and I ended up passing my exam the first time, and
That's hard to do.
went feet first,
Yeah.
and I quit my job, and I went all in.
Yeah. So going all in, I think, is really important because you can't just do real estate part-time.
It's very hard, especially in the beginning. The amount of training and self-education that's required to even be able to perform is intense. And working that 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, it's hard to manage.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Coming into getting your license, what was different versus what you expected? Because obviously you had precursor watching TV shows and things like that. What was different from reality?
The amount of self-discipline and motivation you actually need and the amount of consistency, because it is going from being an employed individual at a 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Your job description is very clear, what they require you to do on a daily basis. You show up, get this done, you go home, and you don't have to worry about anything else. Real estate is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You think that you're getting a flexible, free schedule, but in reality, it's not. Some days you're working 12, 14 hours.
Oh, yeah.
You have people messaging you at 10 o'clock at night. So definitely the schedule, the amount of consistency and self-discipline. I thought I had it until my first few weeks, and then I'm off doing laundry and cleaning the house and then realizing like I have to prioritize my time and my days. So that was getting a routine and daily schedule was the hardest part.
Absolutely.
And I thought that going into a company, I was going to have all this business and be extremely busy and just have clients off the bat.
Yeah.
And it's not like that at all. You definitely, my idea was I work so hard at this company and I only get a fixed amount of money. I want to work somewhere where my income reflects the amount of work that I'm putting in.
Absolutely.
And traditionally, I thought it was going to happen so fast, but it definitely takes a minimum of 6 months
to get rolling.
of
It's
consistency. You
consistency.
have to
Yeah.
be consistent. I've
Yeah.
seen myself lag off for a few weeks here and there throughout the months, and
Yeah.
it makes a huge impact.
I agree 100%. And not a lot of people know this, but my first year in real estate, I only made $19,000.
Oh gosh,
My first full 12 months full time. This was back in, I want to say it was 2018 when it was my first like year really doing it full time.
wow.
Only $19,000.
That's
And
12 consistent months.
12 consistent months. And then year two, it was 55.
And how do you
And then
sustain
year
yourself?
three, 200.
Okay, so yeah, definitely.
So I always tell people that are getting into it because it's like, hey, your goal is to hit financial freedom and schedule and availability and things like that, but you kind of have to make the upfront sacrifice.
Hmm.
There's going to be 6 to 12 months where you're probably
Not
going
gonna
without
have an
it,
income.
not going to have an income, and you're building your future pipeline of income. That I've had deals that I've closed that I've been working the lead for sometimes 6 months, sometimes 12 months. One time I closed a deal, I had been talking to them for 2 years before I finally closed it and made any money off of
And
it.
most agents would have threw them
Yeah,
to the
exactly.
pond and not entertain them.
Threw them to the wolves and given up on it
Yeah, because
because,
they're not ready right now. And
yeah,
6 to 8 to 12 months isn't worth the time of nurturing.
it's dedication.
But that real estate is a long game. It's not
Mm-hmm.
a short game. So you have to nurture these people. You have to build a relationship with them. Trust is the biggest thing. Being
Absolutely.
personable, being on their level, letting them know like you relate.
Absolutely.
And in the end, yeah, it might take 6 months, it might take 2 years,
Yeah.
but you got the sale.
It takes time. It takes
Yeah.
time. I always tell people your first year in real estate, it's always going to be the hardest. And typically the longer that you're in it, the more that it snowballs, right?
Right.
Like year one, like you're still trying to get that snowball to build up. But once you've been doing it for a long time, it compounds.
Right.
But you have to be willing to make that upfront investment before you hit exponential growth. It's going to be slow rolling for a while until you start hitting exponential growth.
Yes.
But you have to not only be dedicated, but you have to be able to implement all the systems that are necessary. I feel like there's a lot of, agents that have been doing it for a long time, 10, 15, 20 years. And because they've been doing it for so long, that snowball has already been built. They've got, their referrals, their names out there. People know them. They send them business. But for new agents coming in this market, I feel that social media, AI, lead generation, website portals, things like that are actually the most important to start off because your sphere of people that I mean, you can really call all of them. You maybe get one or two people that want
Right,
to do
right,
something with you. You
exactly.
have to find and seek out where your new business is coming from.
Yes.
So tell me, like, you started at a different company. You were still trying to figure out, what's which way is up and down. You're trying to find your direction.
Right.
What would you say were the most important factors to getting you to close your first deal?
Um, as far as the company I was with previously,
No, just in
in
general. Yeah.
general, well, luckily my first deal was a personal.
Okay.
So it was a friend of mine that was selling her property and purchasing another property. So I actually got both sides of the transaction, my
Boom.
first
Double dip.
transaction. And I can tell you that the lack of guidance and education, the team that you're on or the brokerage you're under makes all of the difference. I went into both of these transactions coming straight from the real estate class, which doesn't give you a lot
Doesn't
of
tell
life
you. Yeah.
experiences or timelines or things requirement. They give you textbook definitions of these things, but how to imply them is really where your mentor and your team and the brokerage you're under comes in place. And how you perform during these transactions is basically a reflection of your leadership.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, I didn't have that guidance or leadership in the very beginning. So I was on a team, but there was lack of mentoring.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of blind
Yeah.
through the whole transaction, and it was kind of bad for my buyer
Mm.
and who was my seller as well,
Yeah.
because we were both figuring out. She was very understandable because she knew it was my first transaction,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I could have.
It's good to have somebody that's willing to take that risk on you for
It
the first
was,
one and let
it
you get your feet
was.
wet.
It was
A lot
so
of people don't
like,
have that.
no, they don't. And I was
Yeah.
so thankful for that because she was understanding and
Mhm.
willing to work with me and throughout what I didn't understand through the process. We
Yeah.
were actually learning together.
Yeah.
And now I can definitely say transitioning from that brokerage to this brokerage, even just my first transaction with you all, the
Mhm.
amount of assistance, team support, and education, even just the trainings from a week to week basis
Mhm.
are so informative. I got more information in the first few weeks with you guys than I did the 4.5 to 5 months I was with the other brokerage.
Wow. That's a testament.
It's a lot. I can't even tell you. It actually changed my life completely. I was down and out. I was getting depressed. I was getting unmotivated. I was pulling away from the industry. I was actually searching for part-time jobs
Yeah.
because it doesn't only determine the quality of your life,
Mhm.
where you're working and your business. If you're making money, you're happy, things are going well.
It's a tool. It's a resource. You
It's
got to have it,
Oh my gosh,
unfortunately.
and just starting with Coldwell Banker, my life has changed 360 degrees. So, like, mentally, emotionally, financially, like, education-wise, mentorship, I'm getting everything I need. I actually feel like I'm practicing my craft, and I'm improving daily,
Mhm.
so I can better serve those people that I am transacting with in the
Absolutely.
future. Yeah.
Yeah. What are your goals? You're 7 months in. You've learned a lot. You've got actually a couple transactions under your belt now. You're working with some new customers as well. I believe you have one under contract right now.
Yes, so this is gonna be my 5th official, transaction that is under contract now, and I
Hmm.
have 2 people under a signed BBA that I am showing homes to actively.
Boom.
I have a couple people I'm nurturing who aren't ready as of yet, but my ultimate goal is to, get my broker's associates and branch off and hopefully be a broker of my own to fix and flip properties.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Fix and flip. Ooh.
Yes, that is my goal, that is my dream, that's what I wanna do. I wanna pick out paint color, I wanna pick out backsplashes, like,
Hmm.
I wanna pick out the flooring, yes.
Well, that's a whole different ball
I
game.
know it
It's
is,
a whole
I
different
know it
ball
is,
game.
I know. So, I'm gonna work my way there eventually, but I wanted to get in the business and build my finances, pay
Absolutely.
off some debts, and put myself in a financial position to where I can do
Got
that.
to have some capital
You got
to
to.
take
Yes,
on
yes,
investments like that,
absolutely.
and turnaround time on that's even longer, because it may take you, you know, a month
6 months.
to find a property and do the due diligence on it to make the decision to want to do it, then another month to close on it, then it's going to take 3 to 4 months to renovate it, then you
Right.
got to put it on the market and it's probably going to take another month to sell it.
I'm hoping to do 3 to 6 properties a year is my goal to start out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely your first couple ones that you do, you'll learn some very valuable lessons. I've learned myself.
Yeah. You were
uh,
in fixing and
oh,
flipping?
I've flipped self storage facilities, apartment buildings, single family homes, duplexes, you name it. I've
Oh,
flipped,
wow.
yeah,
Okay.
flipped a lot of different
Yeah, I
properties.
might have to pick your brain.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
If you are speaking to new agents that may be watching this, maybe, you know, stuck trying to figure out what their next move is, what advice would you have for them?
New agents. Well, I would definitely say if you're stuck, look around you and see who is helping you. If you can't find somebody, then I would advise you to relocate yourself
Mm.
because who you work for and who you work with matters. And if your business isn't moving, then it probably has to do with the connection you have to who you're under. So
Yeah.
I would definitely seek out. I would.
Mentorship and guidance.
Yes,
You are the sum
team
of the five
support.
people you spend the most time with.
Absolutely. Team support is everything. And if you're not on a team and you're just new in business and you're stuck and you feel like you can't plateau or you're not getting leads and it's not going anywhere, I would definitely look for a team to be on. And I know a great team. It's definitely Coldwell Banker and Anabasis Realty, which I highly recommend. But Consistency, look at what's happening around you. If you don't have somebody guiding you or helping you, then I would definitely get that guidance and help, because people will, like, the people you work with matter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. Well, that's some really valuable insight. If you are thinking about getting into real estate or you're a new agent, this is some great advice. If you'd like to connect with June, her information will be in the video description. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of Buzz on Real Estate. I'm your host, Broker Bryce, owner of Coldwell Banker Anabasis, and I will catch you at the next one.